What's going on, y'all? So we back again for a whole new movie corner, okay? And honestly, this literally just popped up. See, I am liking the fact that these movies are just popping up. And I remember Rocks from Is Rocks. You know, she was talking about this because I believe this is a movie that was directed by her nephew. Either way, her nephew or her family member got something to do with it. I had no idea that it was coming out this week. And it came out today, I believe, or last night. But anyway, it's called Mr. Crocket. Cute. To the point, I'm about to give y'all this little review because listen, I didn't know what I was expecting, and after looking at the trailer, it was giving very much Mr. Rogers, but in black and evil. Okay, that's just what it was. This movie, even though it had a little bit of gore, you know, with some of the killings and all that stuff, I do feel like, dare I say, this is like a kid you can watch it with your family. Actually, if you got young kids, probably not, because you don't want to see that. You don't want them to see all of that, you know, gory stuff. But at the same time, it kind of was a good and I'm laughing because I'm saying it like that because you want to know why it wasn't the best, but it wasn't bad. Like, it's watchable. You know, I wasn't going in expecting too much, but at the same time, I actually kind of liked it because again, it gave me Mr. Rogers feels, okay? And you grew up on Mr. Rogers, you already know. Imagine Mr. Rogers was before my time, but at the same time, when I was still a little kid, Mr. Rogers was about to go off. But I used to look at that on WTTW, Channel 11. Girl, we used to say Mr. Rogers, Sesame Street, Lamb Chop. This is a song that never ends. Come on now. It goes my friend. Some people started singing and I know what it was. And they continue singing it forever just because, baby, you can sing that song for 15 minutes and still be saying the same thing and don't even realize it. Okay, then we have Barney. You know, I love you and you love me because we're a big happy family, bitch. All right, you had Barney. We had, well, some of the girls had dragon tails. I was never a dragon tail type of girl. My cousins and my sisters and them, they was dragon tail type of peeps. Okay, I had Alice in Wonderland. All right, Care Bears. Okay, we was all up into the Disney channels and the Nick Juniors and Nickelodeons. Nickelodeon. Okay, girl, that stuff was good. You know, and then we go into WTTW, PBS. That was Arthur and them, and you know, Dragon Tales was over there. We had Molly and the Big Comfy Couch and all that stuff, and we also had Mr. Rogers. We had Sesame Street. We had everything in their mom. Okay, everything in their mom. But now I don't know what the kids got today. I really don't. Let me tell you something. Y'all missed out. Y'all missed out. I'm sorry. If y'all was born between probably 98, I'm going to say 98, but then I'm going to push it up a little bit, and I'm going to say if y'all was born to like 2000s and up, y'all missed out on a lot. I'm sorry. Y'all missed out on a lot, okay? Because y'all stuff ain't got on our stuff. I'm just saying, okay? We can go pound for pound, all right? But anyway, Mr. Crocket, after seeing a trailer for it, you know, we kind of figured out the whole movie and what it was. We got this man who was this TV host who basically was going out and taking and snatching kids. Now, we have to get into why was this man doing this, okay? Mr. Crocket was giving me Mr. Rogers, and he was also kind of giving me Heathcliff Huxtable at the same time. Figure that out. Maybe because he was a black man, okay, out here doing all this stuff. But let me just tell you this. At one point, I started feeling bad for Mr. Crocket. Hear me out. I was feeling bad for him for a second. And when I say for a second, you know, because when you get his little backstory, you understand why he was doing some of the things that he was doing, but then you just don't understand why did you have to take it as far as you took it. Okay, I can get trying to be a savior of kids that are in need and they're in bad situations, but turning them evil and, you know, at least he didn't kill them. I say that, but turning them evil, why? Okay, taking them from one parent that's actually caring about them off of one little incident, That's too much. You just really say one strike and you out. You that type of person, okay, Mr. Crocket? I don't want to be around you. Okay, I accidentally stub your toe or bump you and you ready to take me out. Like it's an accident, girl. Like come down, you know. But anyway, so that's basically what's happening. You had this TV host that's of a TV children's show, you know, and the kids watch it. They get mesmerized by it. And baby, do you know what this kind of reminds me of? Coco Melon. The way the kids get so enamored and so hypnotized by Coco Melon, oh my God, it's just like that. They be in a trance, okay? You got that, and then all of a sudden he comes through the window, the mirror, the window. He comes through the TV and he snatched the kids, okay? And so you got the parents looking for him, or the surviving parent that's looking for him, and people thinking that they crazy or whatever. So let's just get into it a little bit. First of all, we got this couple when we start off. We see this little boy, and it's in Sherry Bottom, Pennsylvania in 1993, right? Okay, I said, oh, we going back to the 90s. That's back when I was a kid, too. I was like, I probably would have been around this age. You know, let me do a little bit of calculation. Because the kids was like 8 o'clock. The kids was like 8. Where's my, okay. I don't like doing stuff in my head because I don't want y'all thinking that I'm love. Oh, well, in 1993, I was 6 years old, so, But, you know, I probably could have been caught up in it, too. Caught up in the rapture. You know what I'm saying? I could have been caught up in it, too. You know, because I used to look at TV and all that stuff, all that, just like them kids were sitting there like, that's how it was. That's just how it was, you know. The way parents be putting them iPads in front of them little kids, our parents used to be turn on the damn. Let me tell you, I had all of the Disney movies. Every time my mama tried to clean up, she wanted some time for herself, she threw on one of them goddamn movies, and I would sit there like this. Okay, so it's understandable, you know, and that's just how the thing was, right? So you get into it in 1993. Of course, this is nostalgia as ever. You know, at first I was like, wait a minute. Is that a DVD in 1993? No, girl, that was a VHS. And then they had to show the side. And I said, oh, yes, them thick-ass boxes and everything. I said, oh, my God, let's take me back, take me back, take me back. Okay. And so you get this little boy, he's sitting there looking at TV, and he looking at Mr. Crocket, you know, this movie and everything, this little kid's TV show. And I was like, okay, yay for the black man with the TV show and everybody love him, you know. And then you got his mama at the table finna, you know, fixing dinner. And then you got this other dude that I thought was his daddy, but come to find out it's his stepdaddy that was like, hey, what's his name, DeAndre or something? Come on and sit down and eat dinner. Come on, your mama up here cooking this food, you go sit here and you go eat it. I said, excuse me, why are we so angry? Like, I get it that the kids getting a little bit too into the movie and you want them to come on and sit down, but you doing a little bit too much, like he was beating on the child, because that's the type of tone he was giving, okay? And then he was trying to force the little boy to eat, and then when he was like, I'm not hungry, and then the mama was trying to teach him, or trying to tell him to stop, he was like, I'm trying to teach him to be a man. I said, what? Eating his food means being a man, and standing up to you means being a man, baby. I said, I said, Lil D, knock his ass out. But see, Lil D wasn't gonna do that. And then all of a sudden, Mama Rhonda get up and go into the room, and she up in there crying. I said, girl, you leave your son. I don't give a damn if that's your husband. Okay, that's your son's stepdaddy, but that's your son, that's your biological son. Your son came up out your body, okay, and you gonna leave him up in there with that man talking to him and trying to force feed him and everything, whatever. No, we not about to do that, Miss Rhonda. Go back up in there and fight. Well, I don't want to say fight because you know we ain't supposed to put our hands on people like that in relationships. That's not right. We don't supposed to put our hands on people in general. But call the cops, okay, because he doing too much. Next thing you know, Mr. Crocket come through the TV. And he turned his chair into this bloody monstrous chair that got him strapped up in there. And he basically was like, you ain't got to be talking to the kid like this and all this stuff. But because he was being an asshole to the kid, he wound up becoming the asshole that was being an asshole to as well. Because Mr. Crocket basically said, now you eat your food. And he was like, we're going to try this. When he put that nasty ass plate of food on that table, and then he said, we're going to try to force. And he was like, he don't like being force-fed, huh? Because he was like, let's see how this go. When he did that airplane sound, I like to pass out. Because I said, now what is going on? stupid. I said, what you about to do to this man? He said, listen, you don't like to be forced. You don't like to be forced to do something, huh? Okay, let's do it the more direct way. Since he want to open up his mouth to put that foot up in his face, girl, do you know he sliced his stomach open with his little magic marker that he got? Remember, like Barney has the Barney bag? He has the magic marker, okay? So it can open up portals and do all type of stuff, you know? And it slit his stomach open, and he put that plate in his stomach. He put the plate in the stomach. He put some other some chicken in the stomach. Then the chair gonna say, or one of them things gonna say, what about the iron? You need your iron. Now I'm thinking he could put some type of food that got a lot of iron in it. No, he put a little iron in his stomach that you iron your clothes with. I said, oh my goodness. Now around to hear all this screaming and everything and this commotion going on, did she go out there right away? Absolutely not. But you know, I'm pretty sure she would have been scared, but at the same time, your son is out there. So both of us would have had to die. Okay, I'm just saying, because I would have had to go out there and get my baby. And if I lost my life in the process of trying to save my baby, so be it. But, you know, her son wound up getting taken. 1994, we see another, you know, situation where Miss Stephanie Edwards from our Grey's Anatomy type of girls. Okay, first of all, I gotta get into the new season of Grey's Anatomy. I'm waiting for the episodes to build up a little bit. Okay, before I gotta binge it, you know. But anyway, Miss Stephanie Edwards was on there. Dr. Page's Dr. Edwards. Okay, she playing Summer, right? And it's 1994. A year later, she's going to the funeral of her husband. Okay, I don't know how he died. He was a coach, you know. And the little boy, her son, Major, he like 8 years old. He just don't want to go to the funeral. He just acting out and all that stuff. Now, I was thinking Major probably got a little bit of behavior problems, or, you know, he could be a little special. I don't know if that's offensive, but y'all get what I'm saying, right? Because he was acting out a little bit too much. Girl, they finally get him up in the church. He didn't want to go up in the church, okay? He pulling at her and everything, causing a little scene. And I'm just like, what is happening? At this point, I was trying to give little Major a pass. I was like, your daddy just died. You don't know what to do with yourself. You're acting out. You probably never dealt with death like this. Okay, fine. After the whole thing, the funeral, you go home, he's still acting out. Okay, so mama wound up giving him this, you know, little, his daddy's, whistle, you know, his coach's whistle, to give him like something to comfort, right? And she thinking it's gonna be good, and at first it was working, but then he was doing too much with it. He still was acting out. He still was just being real rude and nasty and all this stuff, and you know, and I just was like, little Major need a little whooping, okay, a little spank, okay, at least tap him a couple of times. I know. Everybody get into the disappearances and don't put your hands on the kids and all that shit. Understandable. But this is back in 1994. Okay? Back in 1994, baby, we got whoopings. Alright? That's what it is. I ain't advocating, but I'm just saying. Something, he needed to be popped or something. Okay? Because he was doing a lot. And then, all of a sudden, when all of this was going on, you know, the commotion that was happening, she up there listening to these tapes, you know what I'm saying? She listening to these tapes and everything on the cassette tape, baby. They was throwing it all the way back. We had a VHS tape, we had a cassette tape, we had a Walkman, we had a VCR. Some of you youngins, y'all probably don't even know what that means. It probably so foreign, these words coming out my mouth. Back in the day, before we had DVRs and DVD players, we had a VCR for the VHS test. Before we had streaming, we had the the iPod, and before we had the iPod, we had the Walkman, okay, and this portable CD player. That's just what it is, that we had to carry our music with us physically, okay, not just on our phone, physically, you know. So you got all that going on, and at one point nothing was working, and I was like, girl, I know you are not, you are black, you are a black mama. You mean to tell me you listening to somebody on the tape trying to tell you how to do something? Meanwhile, you stressed out about how to pay the bills and all this stuff because this little boy is up here breaking stuff and just being out of control. And then you just snapping one day and she was like, I'm not going to be your mom. I quit, okay? You're doing too fucking much. I said, that's how you do it. Well, you ain't have to go that far and say I quit being your mama or whatever, because, you know, kids, they take stuff to heart. You know, when she finally snapped on his little ass, all of a sudden now you want to start crying. I was with her when she said, Oh, take your ass upstairs. I ain't got time for this. No, you want to cry now? You want to cry now? Okay. When you up here just doing the most. And so at this point, then all of a sudden, this little box. I don't know if y'all ever seen where they do like the free stuff. It's called a free library. It's like a little tree house. That's what it looked like. But it be filled with like free books that people can come and take. And so it was one of those situations that was all of a sudden appeared on her front yard. And then you get the VHS tape that was up in there. She wound up opening it up. Now, first of all, if this shit wasn't on my yard before and it all of a sudden appeared, I'm going to call the cops and say somebody done littered on my yard, okay? That's what I'm doing. I don't know where this came from. It wasn't there the day before. How come it's there now? Okay, we not playing these type of games. That little motherfucker was drawing on the walls, and she said, you missed the spot. He said, I know, I'm going to get it. I said, no. She was being sarcastic, and you're going to be serious with it. I said, you know what? We're not playing games like this, okay? And so she wound up putting the tape on, letting him watch it. He get addicted to it, and it's Mr. Crocket, okay? You know, and then at one point, she was like, you've been watching this shit for so long. You need to go outside and play football or something, okay? She take the tape out. He throwing a tantrum and all this stuff. He winds up wanting to throw and break the daddy's picture, break his trophies and all this stuff. And I said, you know what, Major? Enough is enough, okay? If anything, somebody should have came here to say to mom, okay? Major should have got taken for being a bad little kid. That's what he should have got taken for. Not because he was getting yelled at. He was getting yelled at because he was being bad and he was acting out. That's what it was. And I'm sitting here like, why is the mom getting punished? Because she fed up with him acting bad. And I'm telling you what I mean by being punished, because Mr. Crocket came through the TV and took the boy and all this stuff. And then she goes and she telling the cops what's going on. Baby, do you hear them talking in the background, talking about something? Oh, this is a junkie mama, talking about people coming through the TV and took the son. I'm pretty sure he just ran away. And I would have did it too if I had to live in a place like this. I said, excuse me, the way they be stereotyping and, not really taking black women and black people in general seriously, especially back then, just like they do now. It was even more back then. And I said, oh my goodness, just because she called and said that her son missing and she told you a story, oh, she a crackhead, she this, she that. Mind you, Rhonda was the one that turned into a little homeless, unhoused type of situation. I ain't even gonna say she was on drugs. She was trying to warn her after the funeral. And Stephanie, someone said, girl, if you don't get the hell away from my kid, okay, Rhonda, if you want to warn people, you can't be looking the way that you looking and popping up on them the way that you popped up on them, because then people ain't going to take to the message, okay? It's all about the package, the whole full package, how you look, how you sound, and all that stuff. Now, if you look like you smell like a bag of ass, I'm not going to listen to that. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what happened, right? Your lips all chapped and it looked like you done burnt your lips from smoking on that glass pipe or whatever. I don't know. I'm just not going to take to the message, okay? And then we get another story where this little white girl, her name Carrie, she up in there looking at the TV and her TV breaks, okay? And the daddy was up in there high as hell. He still got the needle up in his arm, okay? She go up in there posting water on him. What, didn't I tell you to stay up in your room? I said, nigga, I thought you was dead and she did too, okay? You better thank her that she woke you up. But that didn't even matter because, he went up in there trying to fix the TV. The TV is on the fritz. She was like, but I need to watch my show. He said, you'll have to wait, damn it. He raised his voice to her. And then, therefore, Crocket came through and killed his ass. All right. Do you want to know how he killed him? He took the gun that he had and, because mind you, the daddy was about to go get high again. Okay. And he was shooting up that heroin, that black tar. Okay. He went and took the gun and he was like, see, your gun ain't going to do nothing. He tried to shoot Crocket and it ain't had nothing come out of it but a bubble. Right. And then Crocket had that gun turned back to him and had him force it in his mouth. And when he put it up in his mouth, he popped it, okay? And it was a bubble. Instead of a bullet coming out, it was a bubble that came out. And the bubble was in his mouth, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And next thing you know, boop, popped that bubble. That bubble popped, and his whole head popped off too. I said that was a bit much. I wasn't expecting all of that. I was not expecting all of that. I said, oh, what am I watching? So little Carrie went on ahead with him. I said, y'all parents never told these kids not to talk to strangers, huh? You don't go with a stranger, okay? What is happening? And so you got Summer trying to figure out where her son is and trying to figure out the situation with Crocket. Crocket keep popping up and everything, trying to tell her, don't you go looking for me. Don't you go looking for me. Because then she went to the library to try to look up some more information about all these missing kids or whatever. And then she finds out about Crocket, that Crocket died in 1979. He had a shootout with the police because he kidnapped the kid that worked on his show named Anthony. You know? And I was just like, oh, so what's going on? Is y'all trying to say Mr. Crockett had a little thing for kids? Was he a little pedo or something like that? Not necessarily. You know, no, that's not really what it was. And he found her up in the house, in one of the TVs up in the library in the back turned on by itself. And he told her, I said, you looking for me? I said, so you looking for me? I said, oh my God, girl, you gonna stand there and you gonna watch this shit? Run, bitch, run. No, we gonna stand there, we gonna watch. He said, come closer. Come closer. You better stop fucking looking for me. I said, excuse me. He tried to reach out. He did reach out and grab her, which made her run and all this stuff. Mind you, it was this other dude because she was, I forget his name. He had a little nickname, right? And he was seeing her going around passing out the flyers and all this stuff with the missing son and everything. And so he found her in the library while she was going crazy because everybody else looking at her like, girl, what the hell is wrong with you? He was like, listen. My daughter just got taken. She been gone for the past 5 months. People trying to say, the police are trying to say that it's a possibility that her mama did it, but her mama just ain't that type of person, okay? I'm pretty sure that she gone. So I know and I believe what happened with your son because it happened with my daughter. So we could team up and we could try to find out who the fuck this Mr. Crockett is, and we can get some information and try to get our kids. Okay, cool. Let's team up. Go team. Okay. And so at this point, you know, they looking around. She told him about Rhonda. He just so happened to find where Rhonda at. Now, Rhonda got a whole ass tent out there, a makeshift tent out in the middle of nowhere. And it got electricity in there. I said, for somebody that's unhoused, where did this electricity come? And all of a sudden, Wanda became a whiz kid, okay? Wanda know all about the electronics, all right, the motherboards and how to fuse this together and that together to make this and to make that. And then she got a whole bunch of TV. She figured out how to contact this man and see who his next victim gonna be. She said, you know what? I had got in contact with him at one point. It was too much, and I never ever try to do it again because I was too scared to do it. They was like, you got to. So she worked her magic. She goes into it. All you see is white and TV screen. I said, what is the demonic possession is this? What is happening? And then, you know, we seeing things about how it was with the TV, with the old TV, when he first got started, and how he, you know, he just really wasn't the best host at the point. You know, when you first get started, you're like an amateur, and then you do what you have to do. It's more practice. You get better and better and better, and that's what wound up happening. He wound up, you know, busting his own hand up and all this stuff. They found the new person that it was supposed to be, and so now they got a location. They go over there to the house, and it was all a trap trying to get him. Baby, he wound up getting all of them. Okay, and basically what it comes down to is Rhonda got taken by this man. I thought he killed Rhonda. I said, God damn it, Rhonda is out in the paint. Okay, damn. Rhonda, you should have. Rhonda reminds me of Kimberly. Not Kimberly. Oh my God. What's her name? Vanessa L. Williams. Who played on, when she was her character on Candyman. Not Candyman the remake, but Candyman the first one. And she reminds me of the part where at the end when they was walking to the fire pit, to the bonfire, and how she was just looking so distraught because her baby was gone. Didn't know that her baby was up in that goddamn bonfire. She looked just like that. You know how she was just all, you know, just sullen and sad and depressed. That's how Rhonda looked, okay? Hair and everything. I said, you look familiar, girl. And I was like, that's just what it is. I just figured it out right here, right now. And so I said, damn, Rhonda up here trying to help. and y'all asses and got her killed. Ain't that about a bitch? Girl, we get the kids coming in. Mr. Crocket got them under his TV spell. And at this point, they sit down looking at reading story time. And this is where we get his backstory about his life, about how the reason why he did all of this shit is because when he was growing up, he had a badass daddy. The daddy just was an asshole, because I think the mama died, but the daddy was a bitch. The daddy was beating on him. And so once he got bigger enough to do what he had to do, he killed his daddy. Okay, and all he really wanted was somebody to love him, and he wanted to be there for kids that were being abused and being hollered at and being taken advantage of. And I said, you know what? That's when I started feeling sorry for him a little bit, because I'm like, I get it. You out here trying to save these kids, but then when you realize it's like you said, oh, because they getting told to go to bed. Someone said, so you out here killing the parents and stuff because we telling our kids to go to bed and shit? Are you serious? And so, yeah, that's just what it was. And he used a little magic marker to do all this stuff, and, had them captive. The boy, we get into this boy, to the whole situation of how he died, because he said it was one of the cast members. It was a little boy named Anthony on the cast. And he was in a bad situation. He could tell. He was getting abused at home and all that stuff. And so he wound up taking him and saying that you could stay here. And I guess his parents came looking for him. And so the police came to the door, and, they had a little confrontation back and forth. He wound up killing 2 of the police officers. And then the 2 police officers, some more police officers was coming trying to get him. And so the little boy had walked out because he had him hiding. He came out the closet. And then, I guess because he moved and they thought it was him, they started shooting. And so to protect the boy, he jumped in front of the bullets. And that's how he died. Right? And so, he was really there for Anthony. Girl, come to find out that man that was trying to help Summer and his so-called daughter, that was Anthony. He was using Summer to get to him, because he been trying to get to Mr. Crocket this whole time, because he was like, he's the only adult that ever loved me. I said, oh, and you know what? Honestly, I figured it out as soon as I saw him, because once they showed the little boy picture and then this grown man who was light-skinned and looked just like him, I said, oh, that's him. He was the boy that was on there. That was like, no-brainer, okay? But it was the fact that he really thought that this man was going to take him in with open arms. Mr. Crocket said, excuse me, who the fuck are you? You really think that you Anthony? You are not Anthony. You want to know why? Because you a grown-ass, old-ass, bitter-ass man, not no little kid. I said, damn, bitch. I went through all of this trying to get back to you because I said that you love me. You said you wanted a family and all that stuff, and now you gonna reject me? And not only did he reject me, he got his ass killed too. I said you did all that just to get killed. Ain't that some shit? You used that lady just to get killed yourself, okay? And then he tried to take over her son and first give him the opportunity to choose whether he wanted to go back with the mama or not. He wound up choosing Crocket. But then at one point, they was about to play hide and seek. And he was like, I give the person who lands the death blow to Summer a whole bunch of ice cream. It was like, yeah! I said, what? Kids really do. It don't take much to amuse them and to get them hype. Ice cream? You would do anything for a Klondike bar, okay? What would you do for a Klondike bar? My granddaddy used to eat them things like they were water. Okay? Every goddamn day. And when I tell you he will open up, I don't know what the size of a Klondike bar is now, but back in the day, them bitches used to be big. He will unwrap them things and put them bitches in his mouth whole. I'm like, I don't trust people that bite into ice cream, and I don't trust people that eat shit whole like that. So therefore, I really don't trust my granddaddy, because I already know he'll look off. Because, sir, why would you do that? Why would you do that? But anyway, so they was running, and they found her, and then he, with his little magic marker, made a little sword and gave it to her son, Major, so that he can go ahead and kill her. And then she wound up she was like, Major, I'm sorry, I love you. And he was like, oh, that's cute or whatever, but it's not gonna work. She wound up fettling up in her pocket, and she found the whistle, the coach whistle, her husband whistle that she gave her son, and she blew it. And I was like, oh my God, I know you're not finna tell me that he's finna come about this trance because of this damn whistle. What? And he almost did. And then he went over there and he gave Crocket a hug and all this stuff. And then he went over there to his mama and it like he finna stab her, okay? And instead of really stabbing her, because Crocket really thought that he stabbed her, because then he saw the knife fall on the floor and all this stuff. He like, yes, yes, yes. Girl, he ain't stabbed that lady. He stole that man magic marker that was the host of his house, okay? And he wound up giving the marker to his mama, and then his mama wound up slicing those boys in half and wound up making a ram so that they can go. And so all the kids was leaving out to back to the other side. And I was just really upset at the fact that them kids was rolling out a little bit too slow. Like, y'all back to normal and y'all see that y'all want y'all parents, okay, but can y'all walk a little bit faster? Y'all see this man half body just he climbing, he screwing. Like, come on. I wanted them to put a little bit more pep in your goddamn step, okay? But, you know, because he had sold his soul to the devil. He sold his soul to, you know, do what he do to have his own little world. And he told Summer, you keep on playing, I'm going to take your ass to hell right down there with your husband. I said, excuse me, nigga. You down there, okay? You tell a nigga what I said, and he gonna whoop your ass, okay? I was just like, you know what, Mr. Crocket, I was gonna feel sorry for you, but you know, you just doing a little bit too much. You're doing a little bit too much. And so we thinking that everything is good, the kid's back, you know, Rhonda still here with us, and she got herself together. I said, look at you, all right. And then she got reunited with her son, okay? And then, of course, Major and her son became cool and all that stuff. And we're thinking everything's good. Major ain't looking at TV like that. They done threw away the VCR and all that. They playing outside. Because let me tell you something, y'all. Back in the day, we used to play outside. I feel old, girl. Oh, my God. Back in the day, we used to play outside. Fuck being on the TV. Okay, yeah, we used to watch TV and all that stuff or whatever, but we balanced that out, okay? We watched a little TV, and when I say a little TV, a couple of hours at the most. And then the other times, baby, we was outside playing, especially in the summer. Especially in the summer. Even in the winter, because out here in I used to love my childhood because where we stayed at, even though it was kind of like the hood, we was right across the street from the park. And then the park had this big ass hill that we had, right? And so when the winter came and then it snowed and the hill be full of snow, we go over there and we go sledding. I never forget this one time. My grandma was up there with us, right? And she went down that sled and we was like, Grandma, don't do it, bitch. Girl, Grandma slid down that sled, she was on it. And she went down that hill, and next thing you know, I don't know whether she hit a bump or something. I'm sorry. Grandma flipped off the goddamn sled, and she tumbled. I was like, Grandma! Girl, it was funny. She was alright. She was alright. They had some fun times, okay? The kids don't know nothing about that. Oh, y'all just missed out on gloriousness, okay? But at the same time, we think everything's all too good until someone get a visit from the school, and basically they was like, you know, I know he been going through some shit, but he became a danger to the kids. And they was like, what you talking about? Oh, he putting his hands on people and all this stuff, especially when he got a problem with the adults, okay? And the kids scared about your new relationship and all this stuff, and saying basically, because someone said, hold up, what fucking relationship? His daddy just died. I ain't in no relationship with nobody. It was like, we'll talk about the man that's in your life or whatever. It was like, you know, and he was saying that their kids are scared that they gonna come and, you know, he gonna come and take them if they look at TV and all this stuff. I said, wait a minute, what? Girl, we see little Major sitting there, because I knew that the movie wasn't over with, because it had a good 7 minutes left. And I said, huh? This what it was? I'm thinking Mr. Crocket dead, but then Mr. Crocket really ain't dead because Major was sitting there, right? And he drawing a picture of his mama. Okay, you know. And then all of a sudden we see him write the word dead. I said, your daddy dead. I know you're not drawing your dead daddy. Girl, hell no, he was drawing Mr. Crocket. And then the marker started jingling. The crayon started jingling and shit. I said, oh my God, what's up in there? Girl, he pulled out Mr. Crockett's magic marker. I said, oh my goodness. Mr. Crockett's still alive, bitch. You can't kill a goddamn spirit. What's going on? It was cute. It was cute. It was very predictable. Very predictable. I don't think it was supposed to be serious or nothing like that. But for somebody that, I don't know if this was a directorial debut or whatever, it was cute. I liked it for the most part. It wasn't that deep. It wasn't nothing else. You gotta, oh my god, no, it was what it was. It was a Hulu movie. It was good for a one-time watch. I might watch it again because it was actually kind of decent. And I'm not just saying this because rocks or whatever. Because y'all know I get on here and say the shit was trash in a minute. It was decent. It was decent. Give it a little watch. Support your girl. Shout out to Rock. Shout out to her family. It was good. It was good. It was nice. Let the kids sit down there and watch and get a little scared. Because the premise is about kids, so you should just let them watch it. Oh my god, Mom, the bubble bust his head open. Let me tell you something. The moral of the story is get your kids out of these goddamn gadgets, okay? And take their asses outside so that they can go touch some fucking grass, touch some goddamn leaves. Take your kids outside and go play in the leaves that's falling. Take your kids out to the pumpkin patch. Oh my god, y'all remember that back in the day when we was at school? Oh, I used to love the trips to the pumpkin patch. Bitch, we used to have so much fun. Do they still do that with the kids these days? I don't know. Okay, y'all let me know. But we had some fun back in the day. Anyway, if anything, I did like this movie for bringing back nostalgia like you did. But, it's cute. Y'all tell me how y'all feel again. It's on Hulu. And that's Hulu, Hulu, okay? And it's called Mr. Crocket. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Oh, the next movie that I'm 9/10 is going to do is The Front Row. What is it? The Front Row with Brandy. I found out that it's on streaming now, okay? Because I didn't get a chance to go see it up in the theaters, but it's on streaming now, so I'll pay for it. So the money will still go to them. And we'll see how that goes, okay? All right.